Hey guys, Elisa Mousy here, and welcome to the third episode of the Planet Zoo Live A to Z Challenge, if the game ever loads past the developer screen. I want to say I'm sorry for not streaming last week. As I said in my video on Tuesday, that sickness that I had turned out to be COVID. So I've been really tired, really stuffy, really drained. And so it's not been fun. I'm also sorry for not having a video up for you guys yesterday. I didn't have the energy on Wednesday or Thursday to record, especially yesterday, because I was all peopled out. Come on. Come on. Alright, I've had to do this before, and sometimes it has worked. I am going to close the game. I'm going to try and close the game. If it lets me close the... What? No. Oh, come on. Come on, task manager. Really? Give me the task manager. End task. Okay. Let's try this a second time. Because this wasn't a thing about it crashing like the last time I tried it. This was just it not cooperating, and let's see if it... Okay, well, we're back on the developer screen on my computer, and you guys can't see anything. That's great. Because, of course, my computer updated, and then Streamlabs updated, and now nothing is working right. I swear to God, why is this not doing the thing that it is supposed to do? Capture any full screen application. Is that gonna fix it? What the... Okay, are you gonna... Oh, I did not like the latency of that. Okay. Well, it looks like that got us to where we needed to be. Let's hope that the game itself doesn't crash on us. Or this is gonna be one giant clusterfuck of a stream. Because I updated my drivers, and that should have fixed the problem that caused the immediate crashing last time. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be very upset, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why this has to be so complicated, but I guess it does. And for anyone who hasn't seen the last two Planet Zoo streams, this is what I am calling my A to Z challenge, and I'm just gonna pause that while I explain this. So basically what the A to Z challenge is that there's the Zoopedia here, that's got this whole list of animals here. And I go down the list, one by one, and I don't get anything new until I get the next one on the list. And we just go down like that. And there goes my goddamn fan again. Also, for a while, some of these streams might end up ending sooner than they have in the past until I can get a new computer, just because I know I've said things about the fan again and again in the past, and it sounds different to you guys than it does for me, but the sound of the fan in my ear through my earbuds is starting to become like a sensory trigger for me. So I can't deal with it for like 2 hours on end. That was why I ended my Dragon Age stream early. But, okay, usually the plan is like to tour the place before I start anything new, but I do want to check the African elephants, of which they only have a male. Okay. A male that I can't afford anyway. So we are going to start here. Okay, actually, we're going to send a keeper here urgently. And okay, yeah, I'm only going to be able to do an hour of this, if that, and my streams might have to be on hold because I can't. This is too much for me, and I can't make it stop. I'm sorry if you guys don't like hearing me go on about it, but I physically cannot deal with this for like 2 hours at a time. I can still do my recorded videos because those are only like 20-30 minute segments, but for the most part this is too much. Maybe if I turn this up. I don't know if me turning it up for me has changed it, and it hasn't changed what I can hear. I'm sorry, you guys are so done hearing me complain. What was I gonna... Right, we were gonna go in explore mode, so it's gonna take you on a tour of the zoo. So first, we have our aardvarks, which are some of the stupidest animals that I have ever had in a zoo. Because, they, like, I have one-way glass now, but when I didn't, they didn't realize that they could hide in their den. So, yeah, we also had an issue with the birthing of one of those. If you want to know details, check out my first stream. Next... I wonder, can I run? No. No, I can't. Next are my attics, and my fences are in very poor condition. But I'll fix that very soon. No, I'll fix that now. They were also a part of the problem, of before we had one-way glass. I built them a nice barn, and they didn't care. Next came the African buffalo, which let me push my way through this giant crowd. My African water buffalo, which are... where? Wait. Where are all of my... I hear them. What in the hell? Oh, were they all in here? Yes, they were. Okay, I was like, don't tell me we're starting this and they didn't render in. Because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. So now we're back in explore mode. Next we have our African crested porcupines. So I'm just gonna go through the thing to see this. We have a little baby over here. I spent kind of a little while trying to figure out how to get the... seeing how they would work with the fountain. Next came my penguins, and this enclosure was a major bitch. Especially because the game had crashed halfway through me doing it. And this... Okay, the water's fine, it's just the glass that is somehow... Maybe it's just the sun reflecting off of it, maybe that's the problem. But, look how slow this is, I'm not gonna walk all the way around here. So we've got our path here. I'm just gonna check that resource real quick. Savannah elephant. Okay, and I had 2 of everything else, so we are going to put you on another disease. But yeah, I had this path to come up so that you can... Oh, that didn't go very far. But that's okay. You can kind of see out into them. And then I also, to make it worthwhile walking all the way over here, I put in a restaurant. And then... God, has it been 11 minutes already? 11 minutes and I haven't even really done anything yet. Great. And then here's my poor, sad, lonely elephant. Because I haven't had... There haven't been any other elephants in the trade center, except for this bull elephant. But the thing is that I want to have a breeding pair, and in a mixed sex population, you can only have 1 bull with all of the females. And why are you stressed? Why are you so stressed out? So you are stressed. You're not doing good. Why are you not doing good? What is your problem? Because I have signs. So people should be shushy. But you're stressed out and you're stupid. No, you're smart. You're going into your barn. Thank you, finally, someone who gets it. Okay, so now that you're recovering in there, gonna check the trade center again. And we are gonna add African wild dogs because there's only 1, so that's... We're gonna look in the Zoopedia and see what their social requirement is. Okay, yeah, 2 to 27. Only 9 females to 20... Really? Okay. But we need at least 2 for them to be socially okay. And... Because... Stop being stressed. We're not making this easy. No, not construction facilities. And it's in the security thing of do not disturb. Put 1 there. Put 1 here. Because I can't give my buffalo the same kind of hiding that I can for the other animals because their barrier requirements were too high for one-way glass to cut it. But okay, we'll check the trade center again. Still only 1 male. I don't know what else I can really add here until I put in a new animal. I guess we can try and find some of our penguins and watch them. That's Wait, was that a penguin around? Yes. Oh my god, that rubber ducky is bigger than the penguin is. That's kind of funny. Nope, still only the one. I mean... I'm debating buying him now and just kind of leaving him in quarantine for a little bit. I can build those out here off of... This is my memorial garden. So far... Am I right in that? Yeah. Our only animal that has died so far has been an aardvark. I don't have any markers that actually show an aardvark, so I had to mark it with an A. But, oh, that reminds me. I have to go back into the mechanic research. Nope, that's not right. There we go. And put you on... Let's put you on the classic theme. And pretty much any time an animal of a new species dies, I put a stone of some sort, some kind of marking of what animal it is, and then I put a memorial plaque on that stone for every animal of that species who has died in my zoo. Now, this may look a little small for a memorial garden for one species, or for one zoo, god. That was because I realized it would have been huge, and then my friend Knox had the idea that because this is an A to Z challenge, I do my memorial gardens by letter. So this is the A garden. Checking animal trading again. Nope. Refreshing the list. No. There's really nothing else I need to get. So let me check that research. Okay, so we're working on that. And now I need you to, yep. Right, I was going into my animals because I was gonna take a look at my penguins. Okay, yeah, I only have one female, so I'm not buying yet another male. Another mechanic research is done, so you were on the Arctic theme, so let's put you on the Australia theme. Cause the main thing is, with the themes, I can show you. The first thing that we see is, like, the scenery, and then it's a level of blueprints. And the thing is, with the scenery, that gets me more kind of, like, statue sort of things that I can use for my gardens. I hope. So let's peek back in the trading center again. The elephant's gone. No. Oh, the penguin's about to mate. Her name is Bertha. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy him just while he's here. Send him to quarantine and hope that another one shows up. Luckily, the next one that shows up can be male or female, and it won't mess things up later on. Ooh, we're gonna get baby penguins! When are we gonna get baby penguins? That is a very short gestation period. I need to... Their gestation period is a month. Interesting. So one thing that I wish that this game had, that unfortunately I don't think it does, is, I just realized I don't have any signs for my elephants, this was something that Zoo Tycoon 2 had that I missed and I wish they had here, and that is that I wish that they had, like, when an animal that lays eggs has eggs, I wish that like the actual egg appeared and there was like an egg timer. But there's not. It's all just sporadic live birth, so can you do? Also, I'm sorry if my head's a little fuzzy. That's what happens when you're sick. But I should check. See what you need habitat-wise. Let's bump that up a lot. So probably around 3,000 is gonna be good. What are they like with people? They're confident, so they don't necessarily need one-way class. So let's put them here. Diseased animal. Okay, that will have been him, right? Yes. Okay. I need to see the baby penguin before I do anything else. About to have offspring, could be anywhere from now to a year later, but need to see. Need to see the baby. Oh, baby penguin! Oh, 2 baby penguins! I thought that was weird at first when there was the thing with the— oh, your waddle is so cute! Oh. Why do you think that you have no space? Why do you think that you have no space? What's the matter? I have plenty of space. Or can the babies not swim? Can the babies not swim and she had them on a goddamn island? Really? I'm sorry. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. No, I don't. Because I could move them to quarantine and then when they get moved back... No, you know what? I am going to do that. They don't need to go to quarantine, but that will get them to a place that has more space. So let's move both of ye little babies to quarantine, and we'll take you right out when you're done. Ooh! 2 more wild dogs. Great. 1 for conservation points and 1 for cash. Okay, so we are good. Yes, I know. That's why I'm boxing them up. What the f— they just fly. They're attacking. They're attracting protesters, and I can't do anything about the protesters because for some reason my security guard can't send them away. Which I think is really dumb. Okay, I don't know why I'm catching this. Yep. Okay. So, now we have to add something for the addicts. But I don't think we have anything for it. I'm gonna pause while I do this, just so that I can look. Do we have... Okay, I'm gonna search. We do! We have a sign. Okay. So I'm gonna... what kind of rock was this? It's a taiga rock. So, no, we want biome. Taiga. We have a lot of those, so we're probably gonna want Yeah, we'll put that there. Then we go to construction. And we don't want that to align to surface. So let's first make that go straight up and down. Okay, that's not entirely straight up and down, but we're working on it. And that's good. So this shows that this is our, that actually looks really good. That is our attics. So I think we used the limestone one. Which we have to place down because for some reason we can't. Can we align this to surface? Surface? Oh, that is... Yes. Okay. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. Are both of the baby penguins out of... Yes, okay, they are. Oh, we don't have any ATMs and that makes people upset. Okay. Well, that is something that I can fix after I do that. Yeah, this is a game where it's like sometimes like everything is fine and then just so many things happen. The penguins aren't even having issues anymore. Go away. Facilities, finance. We'll put an ATM there. We should probably put one kind of by the restaurant. That's subtle, right? So we've got 2 ATMs. Yeah, well, so these 2 little guys, we're gonna move back here and hopefully that will have fixed things. We're gonna send our keeper here. Okay, serious injury discovered, probably by, yep, one of the wild dogs. Okay, tickets are underpriced. That's an easy fix. So 20. What? I don't understand what that means, actually. But did I get fined for having protesters? Because my animals are dumb? I should have checked their movement capabilities, because that is a thing that you can do. I'll do that when they get back in there, because they should. Nope, not animal trading. That's not what I wanted. So I'm gonna look at the animals. In transit to Habitat 7. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's just check the trade center for an elephant again. Still a male. Okay. So we are going to set up about some steel mesh. It's gonna be because they need quite a bit of space. So curl this around here. That makes such a clunky, heavy sound. Stop. I might have an idea on how to fix that. But and then paths. So we need the staff path to get there. It's nice and fast right there. Now how big is this? Not quite big enough, but okay. Now, I have an idea. I just need to see if this is gonna work. Because I can't be sure. Okay. Okay. So we can have glass panels up and around this. Position 7 maybe? No, that's not. Align to surface, but can I align it to... No. So I just have to line these up as best I can. But if I do this right, then they won't get super freaked out. Because there'll be this big glass wall hiding them. Again, I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but it certainly can't hurt. Big glass wall. And I don't even care that it's not, like, aligned to the gate fully. Just needs to, and I'll flip these because you can. I don't even need to flip them because I can just double flip. Because I'm sure even if these overlap, it's fine. Because I'm not worried about it being pretty. I am worried about it being functional. Functional is the important part. Like, it's really not pretty, especially over there, but that's okay. I just need to rotate, because this one I do need to rotate. And that should be better. That should be much better. I hope. Because now they can't see the people. So certainly looks better. What's your habitat problem? Cleanliness, okay. Oh, we're gonna check the trade center again, just to see. Oh, we have another female, let's buy her. And what broke down? This is the mechanic. So now we go to, no, we wanna, because we wanna move her to quarantine. Are baby penguins back in the habitat yet? Yes. So let's see, because you're doing much better. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I need it, and I need to fix those, definitely. Nope, not welfare. Habitat. Babies can't swim. Okay, that makes sense. That makes actual sense now. We're gonna stop. Because these are both in dire need of repair. And so is that. How many mechanics do I have? That's not a good rating. How many mechanics do I have? What is your social group? Five males. So you are male, so when you mature, which I'm gonna wait for, because when he matures, I'm gonna have to release him to the wild to avoid issues. So, come on. Okay, the animal alerts are just... I'm gonna take care of those. Go to quarantine. These three that have passed, they are gonna get moved right here. It's very convenient, very close. And while this is paused, I will also check how many... Okay, yeah, I only have 2 mechanics. Let's hire a third. Let's do that. But now we will go back to, I think it's you? Yeah. You are about to mature. And, God, I just realized I put my wild dogs sit there. And they're not... I don't have any food for them. Oh no. They need food. And donation boxes. Let's put donation boxes down. Why do I keep thinking it's construction? It's not. It is... These are, I think, the spots that are gonna... Oh yeah, and I was going to do... like... from to there. I was gonna do the thing of turning it into brick. Actually, no, because I can put something else next to it. So let's do that much into brick. And then we need... Start with food and water. There's species. Fucking wild dog. Always prefer the water pipe, because then I don't have to refill the water. I don't have to worry about that. Then we're gonna do big food trays, and because there are multiple... I know it's about to mature, thank you very much. Get sprinkler. and a ball. And for their shelter, I think gonna just go the lazy route because I don't know what to build these guys. Yes, I do. I'm gonna build them a cave. Build them a nice big cave. That is over here. Just have to go to Zoopedia, see what do you got? Africa, desert, and grasslands. No, I should see what terrain they want first. You are only half in the enclosure, my dude. Okay. So let's fix the terrain. So you like short grass. And I know you don't have any hard shell. Do you like coverage? Nope, still no coverage needed. To this day, still don't need that. So it's mostly short grass that these things like. So let's do that. Just get rid of all of this long grass that we can first. And I am doing the borders of this first because I know that I need to do other stuff, and the other stuff isn't going to look as weird poking out the side as the short grasses. That's in good standing, so now we'll do some heavy soil. Put in there. I'm definitely going to do that over here, where we're going to have, and they don't mind rocks, we'll do a little bit of rock too. Well, that's good. Okay, so what was... So we need nature. What exactly was it? It was grassland and desert. So we don't want tiger rocks. We want grassland, desert, continent, Africa. Savanna rocks seem damn near perfect. So let's go about building a cave. So what's gonna be some good... Okay, that's a good cave rock. Okay, so no, let's... No, that's not the side I should be doing that on. We are gonna start it here. Let's do another one here. And oh, that's not the one that I wanted. I'll do that one here. We'll have another one. do... We'll turn around. So we've got... Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We'll do another one over here. So now we gotta do the big overhangy rocks, which this is gonna be good for. It's not my best cave that I will have ever built, but it's gonna be a cave. And that's the important thing. So, got that. We've got that. And now we just have little spaces that we have to fill in. Nope. With that. And just go a little bit further out. I'm gonna rotate it a bit. Move it down. Yeah. We'll have another one over here that we want that to move that up. No, and then we will just fill that in with just very... Okay, not a small rock, but something there. And this can also go here. So it's a nice little cave. And then we will put down some large bedding in this place that I can't see. This is a brilliant time to do this. But do you recognize that I made you shelter? Do you see your cave? Please tell me you see your cave. Please tell me you understand. Yes! I'll have to build them another one probably, and I'll definitely add some more bedding in here, when I can see better. Okay, we'll go to this, because we're waiting, so we can do that. There's not really a whole lot for them to do here right now, but they're cute. Let's check the trade center. Just okay. We also have a broken facility. Send a mechanic there. Will you let me? Okay. They have another female penguin. I'll buy her, and I'll send her to quarantine. And we've got this pack. It's gonna be okay. They've got their cave there. I might, yeah. I'll just also put down a wood shelter here for them too, if that's what they want instead. But you guys saw I built a cave. So, and because of how long this is, I might end up like putting something for them here in the middle, just so that, like, if they need somewhere to rest and they're, like, here in the middle, they're not running all the way along the edges to get there. We've been going for about 50 minutes now. What are you doing? Oh, organic research. Okay, so that's the Australia theme. Done. That. Oh, has also been the classic theme done, so we'll stop both of you. Conservation theme and East Asia theme. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to click on, but okay. So we'll call the vet, and we will go back to the memorial garden. And we will place down another memorial. Okay, actually, because by doing this, I can fix that, and it is aligned to surface. God, too fast. There we go. So we've lost 2 addicts. Okay, your quarantine passed, so let's move you to where the penguins go. And move you to where the wild dogs go. No one's playing with the ball. They seem to like it over here. And just to be safe, I'm gonna save. Okay. Oh, you're pooping. That's nice. Let's put in another ball for you over here. See if you want to play with that. No? Okay. Are these my first predators? I think they are. I think I have my first predator animal in my zoo. Seized animal. How does a buffalo get avian flu? Okay. I'm not gonna ask questions, even though I just did. Okay, yeah, we're back at good ratings. We are back at the happies. Nope. Facilities. Media devices. Of course. And this has no power. So we are gonna have to put. Where's the power at? Okay, so the gate's there, so the gate still has power. Guests don't have huge issues. But, like, they don't mind the solar panels. So I'm gonna put one here in my garden. Cause that... Great, yeah, that's good. So then I can actually turn this on for that. And I can have... Nope, not an ambient speaker. I want an educational speaker over here. Also about African wild dogs. So, okay. Why did that go down? Okay. Power source failed. What failed? Okay, requested urgently, right now. I think also along the side here. It feels like inappropriate to put like a food and drink stall here. But I mean, I don't know. We'll put another drink shop here. We'll have the bakes here. Does that place not? Does that one not have power? They don't have power. That's okay. Because we will put an actual transformer. Yeah, that is the entrance, I think. Put the transformer back here so that it covers those. I just have to get the staff path there. Okay. So that's more food and drink. They're still not happy with the education, huh? I do at some point. Yep, hi Noah. Sorry if that's been sitting there for a little while. Yeah, I haven't really had anybody on here this whole time, so I haven't really been looking at chat. But yeah, I have my aardvarks. We're probably, yep, hiding in the burrow. Got my addixes over here. The African buffalo. The African crested porcupines. My African penguins, which, as I discovered, apparently the African penguin babies can't swim. So if you ever have them born on a little teeny tiny island, box them up, send them to quarantine, and then send them back into your enclosure where they will have more land. I've still got my singular elephant, which reminds me I should check the trade center again. I have a female! I finally can get an email elephant. I don't even care about what her genes are. She is here. Yeah, finally got that female elephant, and yeah, I just make big spaces, and I typically don't have the grid selected, so I just kind of put things wherever I can fit them. Yeah, and I just got my African wild dogs, and I built them a cave over here. It's not a pretty cave, but it's a functional cave, as you can see by this little baby using it. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I like watching these guys. What? Lay down and nope. Up. I'm out. Okay. Okay, so we got that research complete. So we are on. So what disease were we on? We were on monkeypox, which I have now learned the hard way that even if there is something like monkeypox or avian flu, they are not limited to the species that you would think they belong to, because I had an African buffalo that had avian flu. So, lesson to be learned there. And why are people still upset? I really do need to put in an education tour place, because this is not good. What can I do to make things better? I should put... It's gonna be here in bins. Even though they're not gonna use them, because they never do. Put bins there. What can I do to make this go up? I should look into the education boards. High amounts of litter. Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't see high amounts. Now I do. So where's my caretaker? Where are my caretakers? Hi. Pick you up. We'll put you where you need to be. Because that is the easy way to get things done. Maybe I need more variety of the things to eat and drink. So I should... Okay, I'm gonna put her in here, but maybe I should put some energy into the food and drink research. Yeah, no, actually what I did with my buffalo, because I was having trouble with those, because, you know, they need a higher grade than the one-way glass can do, is I went into the construction and just found a bunch of one-way glass panels and just kind of surrounded it, and that seemed to fix the problem. Yeah, I'm talking about, like, guests. Things are not good for the guests, especially with their thirst. So maybe if I put another drink vending machine down too. I mean, this is honestly, I think, my first time playing on medium. I think I usually play on easy, so that might be why things are a little bit harder now. And this does feel a little bit in bad taste to have, like, food and drink stuff around the memorial garden, but at least it's not in the garden. I mean, I had to put my my solar panels in there, but that was the only way that I was gonna get power to where it needed to be. Right, I was gonna go into... Okay, I have to check this first. Okay, so we'll put a pause on themes for one of them. Put you in the drink shops. And I should get one of those educational tours. I just need to figure out how to do it. Media devices and education. Because I can have an education station later, but how about... I'm gonna try this. I'm pretty much doing the tour in order of when I got the animals. So it'll be leading them around a while, but maybe if I can do a tour point, maybe that'll help. Now I just need to hire a tour guide. Staff. Or would that be an educator? I don't know. What do you do? Town training. Attention idle. Oh, I need an animal talk center, but I can build that. I can build that. The talk center can go over here by the elephants. I just figure out how to do it. So we'll pause that. Facilities. Talk seating. Okay, what's the obstruction issue? Oh, I'll bet I need pathing. Yep. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's not like the restaurant. So let's... Okay, I have to grid from here, because it's the only way... I guess this is gonna be a raised level, but that's okay, I guess. Put that out more over here. And go back into... Nope, not construction facilities. Animal talks. I need to... Good lord. Okay, that's not helpful. Yes, it is! I did it. Okay, I accidentally made that all staff. But I can fix this. As is my motto, I can fix this. Because one of my biggest issues has always been education. Like, my education has always been way too low. So, by having seating, yeah, that makes it very small. Why? Nah, they don't need railings. Let's see how this does. Yeah, let's see how... Where's my educator? And welcome to the stream, Renzo. Yeah, we are on episode 3, I think. I don't know if you've caught the other 2 or not. Let's see, where's my educator? What are you doing? Okay, the educators... Okay, they're doing a roaming talk. Okay. I guess that works. And let's put you on food shops for a second. Because I'm wondering if there's... Aha! Okay. So link seating. Confirm. Let's have... We'll have this go back and forth. For right now, let's have it at the Aardvarks. Don't need music. Misassigned speed. Oh, does it have to be something that it's close to? I guess that makes sense. Misassigned speed. Needs to be near the animal. Yes. It is now. Are you telling me that it has to be the elephant? Because we're near both, and you're not... Manage talks. Misassigned species. It needs to... I wonder. If I move this here, I'm gonna change it to penguin. There we go. It's gonna be weird because they're talking like over here and there's gonna be people sitting all over here, but whatever. I guess that'll work. As long as we can get an educator over here. 'Cause my education is still very, very critically low. And nope. We will put, after we check the pet research. Next we move into that one. Let's put some vending machines here too. And some bins. Maybe that'll help. What do the educators do? That's a very good question. I've never used the educators, actually. So this is like a whole brand new territory for me. But I think the educators are needed for the talk points. And we don't have any bins over here. I need to put bins. I'll show you in a minute some of the education type stuff in a second. This is very disrespectful, having all this litter around my memorial garden. At least that's up a little bit. So you have a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of needs and stuff. And one of the things is education. And like for a while my guest needs was down in like a neutral thing. And because education is my lowest, I'm trying to bring that up. Because my education rating is at almost 2 stars. Inspector report. My education rating is still pretty bad. That's the hardest one to try and figure out how to get up. God, so much of this game happens at once. Please tell me you did not have them on the island. Please tell me you did not have your babies on the island. Oh, thank God. If you weren't here earlier, what would education rating increase give you? Okay, so these here are conservation credits. Some animals you can only buy with conservation credits, or the ones that you get with conservation credits have better genetics. And conservation credits, you get them by releasing animals into the wild, or improving the zoo reputation. And one of the ways that you improve your zoo reputation is by having a higher education. So a higher zoo rating, which, again, higher education, gets me conservation credits faster. And usually some of, like, the bigger draw animals, like the ones that you really think about, like the elephants, for example, you can only get them with conservation credits. So you kind of want to bulk those up, and that is a lot of elephant poop. But yeah, I'm still trying to understand the educators, and I guess my guests don't understand them either. Because we've got our talk point here, but there's no one here. Scenery rating. Why do we need scenery rating for that? Some of this stuff I'm gonna have to look up later on my own, because I've never really paid attention to the educator stuff. I've been relying on like education boards like these and educational speakers, but I think I'm getting to a point where that's not quite enough. So our elephants are about to mate. And you're expecting offspring. Elephants have an insane gestation period. Like, yeah, like a year and a half. Still have high amounts of litter over here. And so, where... Yeah, it's a little hard to... Don't be on the island, don't be on the island, don't be on the island. Thank you! I don't know if you were here when I was explaining this earlier. I found out that the baby penguins can't swim. So they have their, like, amount of traversable terrain that they need. And their welfare will go... That's one of the things where if they don't have nearly enough of it, their welfare will go down. And I need to work on more hard shelter for these guys. But I had some baby penguins that were born on this little teeny tiny island here. That they had a 0% for their amount of traversable terrain, and it attracted protesters. So I fixed that by boxing them up and sending them to quarantine. And then after they went in quarantine, I sent them back to the zoo. Like back to their habitat. Because then when they were brought by the keepers, they're brought to where the gate is. So they were on this place, which has much more land. Now I need to figure out how to have more shelter for these guys, because that's the one thing that has been hard for me to figure out. Oh, we're about to have baby wild dogs! We're about to have baby dogs! We are gonna have puppies! As you are just casually standing on and around. I love that they just clip through each other, it's funny. I need to see the puppies. Habitat cleanliness, disease risk. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Vet research. So put you on the next disease, because what I'm doing with the disease research is for each of these, I'm starting off with just the one, just to make sure that I have some research in all of it. And show me your puppies. They're so cute. They're so tiny. Little puppies. Oh, they're so sweet. And to see if I have any new... Oh, we have a dog ball. Let's give them a dog ball. Oh yeah, I mean, especially like there's a lot of mechanics to learn, and I am almost entirely self-taught in this game. There are a couple things that I've had to look up, but for the most part, where is the cleanliness risk? Because the water's clean. Because I have a water clean thing here. But, like, I got this game when it first came out, which was in 2019, because it was my last semester of college. And, like, I pre-ordered it, so I had access to the beta, and oh my god, there were so many things wrong with the beta, it's not even funny. But the only tutorial of this game that I've ever played was the very first career scenario, and that was because when the beta released, the first career scenario and franchise mode were the only two things available. But other than that, I've learned pretty much everything else in this game by trial and error. I did look up a few things, like I had a thing going on where I tried to put a viewing dome in my penguin enclosure. It wasn't working, and I couldn't figure out why, so I did have to look that one up. It turns out that those are very, very finicky, and that they can be underwater, but you can't place them underwater. I know that doesn't make sense. I don't really get it either. But basically, before I put water in here, I could have put it on the ground and then filled it in with water, and that would have been fine. But I found that out when this enclosure was almost done, and I wasn't redoing all of it. Because this was the most effort that I've ever put into an enclosure. Yeah, I admit I didn't build this. This was a blueprint, because I didn't know how to make the penguin like hard shelter. I didn't know how to do that. I did build this really, really shitty cave though. And I'm probably gonna build like another smaller cave over here. But the only other thing that I remember looking up, but I still haven't tried to put it into practice, was how to build a geodesic dome. Because I had an idea for that I might try to implement at some point, because I don't have something right now that, yeah, I know it looks like a ridiculous amount of room, but while there are only a small group of them now, like how many do we have in? We have 7 in here, and a lot of them are babies. But if we go into the Zoopedia, and we go into the species data, the species data, you can see the group size here. Yep, because that way I don't have to remodel the whole thing. I might have to do that with my elephants. In fact, I'm probably going to have to do that with my elephants at some point. But they added, this wasn't in the original base. This came with an update, I think, where you can see the minimum habitat requirements. And this is how much land they need, and this is per 1 adult. So I pretty much jacked this up. And this is still smaller than this, but it's still, I think, gonna give them nice, ample, comfortable space. But it's just, it's easier to kind of work it out and, yeah, plan ahead, rather than having to do it and then redo it. Okay, so that needs to be fixed. Where? Okay, the mechanic is right on their way. Where is that? I am on a letter. And the solar panel needs repair. It's like things can go like fine in this game for a while, and then when things go wrong, like when something happens, everything happens. So let's put you here. Multiple overflowing bins. Where? Okay. So there's one overflowing bin. Where is... There's another one. Okay, it's not vandalized, so I don't have to replace it. But let's get our other... Okay, so we have vet research done. We have something good happening. Okay, so let's move on to Q fever. Help. Ah! Okay, so we send a keeper here. Still got the litter thing going down. Call a mechanic. Porcupine's about to have a baby. Okay, so we go back here to see what is... Why does that have a negative impact on? Because it has been vandalized. That's why it was a negative impact. Well, that's unfortunate. There are security guards. It's just, it's hard to kind of figure out, because I've had protesters here before, but my security guards can't kick out the protesters. It's really weird, and I don't understand. But basically, the security guards, you can check their... Yeah, apparently they haven't caught the vandals. Luckily, there haven't been things with storms. Storms don't knock things out, but things do kind of degrade over time. So that's kind of why facilities break down. If there were like storms and stuff, like I don't know if your mind is in Jurassic World Evolution, but mine is. Because I know there's an island, specifically, where there are a lot of storms that knock out power all the time, which Jurassic World Evolution is actually made by the same company who made this game. But yeah, they make it so that stuff periodically, like, will break down. Like, facilities will do that, like the vending machines, the power facilities, the water treatment facility. And things can get vandalized sometimes. And yeah, I've been thinking about maybe possibly playing Jurassic World Evolution sometime on this channel. Because I've never played that game. I've seen very, very small, like, bits of other people playing it, but I've never played it myself. I feel like I would get really frustrated. But there's a lot. Because right now I've got 3 different games that I'm streaming. And so I'm bouncing between those. It'll be a little bit easier, bit of a balance when I finish Dragon Age Origins specifically. Because the way that my streaming has kind of been going with that is I do Dragon Age Origins every other week. And then in the interim week, I will play either Planet Zoo or Monster Prom. And the reason that I'm doing that more often is because, yeah, it is one of my favorite, it is one of my favorite PC games, but I am due for a new laptop, because this thing is loud as hell. It's got very like low CPU. I had to update the graphics drivers because it made me completely unable to play this game in particular at all a couple weeks ago. But I know that if I get a new laptop, it's going to be Windows 11 because it's new laptop. Did I get anything for Black Friday or Cyber Monday? No, I didn't. I should probably look into that over this weekend. That's a good idea. Being home with COVID and not going anywhere, it's like I remember that it's Black Friday and then I promptly forget. So yeah, I'll look into that and see what kind of sales there are. But I know that it's going to be Windows 11, and the thing is, Dragon Age Origins has a lot of compatibility issues with Windows 10, so I'm afraid of it not running at all on Windows 11, so I want to finish the game. Yeah, I definitely feel better. I didn't stream at all last week because I was not okay. I had to leave work early because I felt so sick. And we just lost another Addicts, so I am going to put another memorial down. But yeah, it's mostly just been like congestion, a little bit of what do you call it? Like fatigue. How did I get COVID? I don't know. I mean, my grandmother had it like several weeks ago, but if I got it from her, I would have gotten it a while ago. I think what happened was I might have gotten it from work. Because of course I'd been wearing a mask every day at work, like even now when the pandemic is like not really that big an issue. And I stopped wearing it for a while, and so I guess even when I don't have to, I guess I'm wearing my mask again. But that's my best guess, because nobody else that I know has had COVID recently. But yeah, again, I feel like mostly fine. I have a humidifier in my bedroom to go on at night so that I don't feel like death in the morning anymore, because my room is kind of dry as a bone. I opened the Trade Center by mistake. I opened the Trade Center and there are literally the only things available at all are 3 African buffalo. But yeah, I am going to need to find my caretakers again. Woke up with a dry throat this morning. Yeah, because especially I haven't been able to breathe through my nose. It's been only through my mouth while I sleep in this dry ass room, so I wake up feeling like death. Cause like my throat would be so incredibly dry, and like I wouldn't have any water in here, cause anytime I drink any water, I have to pee really bad, so if I drink water before bed, I'm gonna be up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And I don't sleep well at the best of times. So okay, you are working. And where are you? Pick you up. And I am going to have you... Can you empty the bin? Can you do that? Yes. Okay. But, you know, I have like a very tiny bladder, so, and we are about to lose a buffalo. We have lost a buffalo. So we are gonna just add another thing to the garden, I guess. I hate that it's like, I love this game so much, I have become slightly desensitized almost to the deaths of the animals now. Cause like, I've gone through it so many times that it's like, okay, yeah, it happens, it's sad, okay, move on, move forward. And I hate that because they make this game so that, like, you get attached because these animals have, like, personality. I need to find something to put on this to make it buffalo. This'll work. We are not making buffalo burgers. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Because this is the only sign for buffalo we got. This is how we are going to mark the top of that there. I mean, I really like the way that I actually was able to stick that stick the Addicts one on there. But that's all we got for the buffalo. That's all we got. We still have high amounts of litter and overflowing bins. Did I name them? No, there's an exception. Most of the animals, come with, like, their own names already. The only exception, the only ones that I have ever named in this zoo are Punxsutawney and her son Phil. And the reason for this, please tell me he's on, oh no, or did I put okay, yeah, she's on contraceptives, we're all good. And we just lost a porcupine too. But basically, in my very first stream of this, I had a thing where my game must have glitched out or something. Because usually when an animal is expecting offspring, it'll tell you, you know, like, the expected date. And the expected date is usually just, yeah, no, I had a very, very specific reason for naming this. Like, most of them, there are, like, other themes that I could take. Like, in Zoo Tycoon 2, they would always have the animal, like, Animal Type 1, and I had a habit of naming my first male elephant Big Jim. I don't know why. But with this one, I mostly just let them keep their own names, except, Punxsutawney was born, we're at a bad, into bad guess needs again. So we'll pause this for now. But, like, you'll get a little notification of when their offspring is imminent, and usually it can, I don't know why I opened that up. Or that's not what I needed. Or that, Jesus. Yeah, there's usually a thing that if it says offspring imminent, it can usually be up to, like, a month after, which is, like, fine. Except for this one was Punxsutawney was born 13 months late. And so because she was born 13 months late, my friend Knox made the suggestion of calling her Punxsutawney. I think the reasoning was because she saw her shadow and decided to be born never. So I named her Punxsutawney, and then after that, I told myself that if Punxsutawney ever has offspring, I'm naming him Phil. And so she had a son, so we have Punxsutawney and we have Phil. So. Okay. We just gotta tilt this just a little bit. There we go. Nope, not barrier. That's not what I need. Go back here. And make a memorial sign. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. I still hate that there's no, like, aardvark thing, so, like, I've got a buffalo sign, I've got an addex thing, I've got an African porcupine, and the only thing that I have for aardvarks is A. But there's really nothing else I can do, so, let's see. I want to try and get this up again, because I don't know. That slid off again. Okay, happiness. Energy. I could get energy up by putting benches down, probably. The cleanliness hasn't been very good, and education hasn't been very good. So we're at a solid 4 stars. Yeah, this is getting a little harder to manage now that it's a bigger zoo. And we've got so much more space that we can utilize, too, is the thing. So let's put some benches down. And give people places to sit. Especially around the garden. Maybe that'll help. What type of games do I enjoy? A lot of times, most of what I enjoy is, like, RPGs. But I also like these kind of, like, management simulators. Like, I love this game for the graphics and the animals, but I also like all of the things that I can, like, manage. I like having to juggle, like, all of the different, like, mechanics of it, like, having to pay attention to your money, the added conservation credits kind of thing. I don't know. But I love RPGs, especially JRPGs, but Dragon Age is still one of my favorite PC RPGs. Don't ask me my favorite RPG of all time, because I don't have an answer for that, because I genuinely don't know. And I enjoy, because I also play Monster Prom on the channel, because I like things that involve choice a lot, and dating sims involve choice. Plus, Monster Prom gets to be a fun little challenge for me because I'm trying to completionist it. Because I'm insane like that. And I also play a lot of, like, puzzle, like, hidden object games. Like, I'm doing those also for the channel. I love D&D. Skyrim actually isn't really for me, just because of the gameplay style of it. I'm not a huge fan of the first person. Like, the real-time first person, it's not really my thing. Like, because I tried to play Oblivion, and it just, it wasn't for me. I try, if you're talking about the third-person view of, like, the Elder Scrolls games, it wasn't the same, because I did try that, but, like, in Dragon Age, you're still moving, like, you can have your camera at a fixed position, but you're still moving, like, in all directions. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. I didn't realize that someone slipped through the cracks of not being on contraceptives. And I panicked. Because inbreeding can cause poor genetics. So I think I got there in time. I got there. But like in Dragon Age, like your character will still face any direction that you have them walk, even if it's towards like the camera. Whereas in like the Elder Scroll games, you're just like moving sideways or moving backwards, and it makes it a little bit harder, I guess, to take care of like enemies that are behind you. Because that's kind of been the thing, is you can get like a full 360 range in Dragon Age that you just can't in the Elder Scroll games. Like, I'm not saying they're bad games, like, I would never say that, because I know a lot of people really like them, it's just they're not for me. But yeah, I've been kind of trying to think of what other games I might want to play on here. XCOM, what is that? I don't think I've ever heard that. But I, like, there are some other games that I've been thinking about potentially playing for the channel, except with the fact that I'm only streaming once a week, and then I'm only uploading videos twice a week, because I have a lot of other, like, kind of little personal projects, and I have a full-time job, so I would just get too overwhelmed if I tried to stream or upload more, especially because I don't edit. I don't really have the software to edit very well. We're probably due for New Buffalo, because we did lose one. But what project? They're stupid, silly little projects. Like, can I pay someone to edit my footage? Maybe, but I did talk with one of my friends about that, and oh, it's gonna snow, and we are gonna have problems. Okay, let's put down some heaters. But there would still be kind of like a lot of my input and time in it, because I did talk with a friend about potentially doing that. Except, and I appreciate that he was saying this, that like he'd want to make sure that like it was all the way that I wanted it to be. So I would still need to be involved a lot in the actual editing, even if I wasn't doing the editing myself. So it just, yeah, I know I'm working on it. I am working on the temperature welfare. I think this is the first time it's actually snowed. So I pretty much just, on my recording software, I hit record until until I'm done, and then I just stop recording and I upload it as is. Yeah, I do have a program that I could use for editing. It's just obnoxious and I don't like it. And because because this is something that, like, I do enjoy, and I would like it if I could be monetized for this someday, where I'm at right now, I can't really justify to myself spending a shit ton of money on, maybe I'll talk that out with him, next time I see him, and we'll see if we can come to something, because it would be nice to be able to have more content, because I would like to, if possible, someday get monetized and have just like a little bit of extra income, but I'm nowhere near there yet. I'm not going to be there for a long time. I don't have nearly enough subs. I don't have nearly enough watch time on my channel, and it's going to take years to get there. And so it's like, right now, I can't justify spending a whole lot of money on, like I was saying, I can't justify spending a whole lot of money on a fancy editing software. How long have I been doing YouTube? I mean, I've had my channel for... God, when did I start? I started it in high school. So that's going to be at least 8 years ago. But I only started kind of seriously doing, like, streaming and gaming stuff, I think sometime in September. So I've only been doing it, like, with a more serious effort for a couple months. But, like, yeah, I used to make, like, little AMVs and stuff, like, you know, those animated music videos. You can probably find those on my channel. I want to make more of those because they're really fun. It's just, there's more that I want to do that the old software that I was using didn't give me the ability to do. But the current software that I have right now is a bitch. Because it does weird audio stuff. Basically, if I am doing a playback of what I have just edited and stuff, and I have it paused, it will endlessly loop that fraction of a second of audio that I have it paused on, and it is the most obnoxious thing ever. So I'm gonna be looking into something like that. Not in its ideal temperature. Okay, yeah, I should also, I forget sometimes that these are African penguins, and so they also need heaters, because their water is fine, but their land is not. But as for my other, projects, they're, like, kind of little, like, stupid personal stuff. Like, I have a list of shows that, like, I'm watching, and so it's trying to get through my shows. I have I work in an office, and that is not an offspring, that is poop. And we're allowed to, like, listen to whatever on our headphones as we work. And so I have what I call my Games for Work playlist, which is pretty much a bunch of different Let's Plays from a bunch of different YouTubers that I listen to. But in my, I pretty much, what we do is, toll stations are primarily cashless these days, and we finally have a cute little baby elephant. And basically what we do is we get sent the images, from the toll stations, and we record down like the license plate information, and then we send that off to the billing company. And like it is kind of a bit of a monotonous job, but I still enjoy it. I love data entry. But because we can listen to whatever, and I'm trying to keep it from getting like overly monotonous, because I love I love this job so much that I intend to retire from it. So I got at least like good, 40 years to go. And so to keep everything that I'm listening to from being super monotonous, I'm trying to have a bunch of stuff that like I can cycle through. And so my Games for Work playlist is, like I said, it is a bunch of different Let's Plays of a bunch of games from a bunch of YouTubers. And the thing is that I have to watch something before I listen to it, because I need to be able to fill in the blanks, like the visual blanks of what's going on. Especially because a lot of it is horror games. And so, like, if someone goes quiet, if I haven't watched it beforehand, then I'm not gonna know why they went quiet. The best example that I have is of someone playing Poppy Playtime, which I don't have the reflexes for a lot of those games, so I'm not gonna be playing things like Poppy Playtime or anything like that on my channel. But there is a moment in which like you're on the factory floor, and the living toy thing, Huggy Wuggy, it's somewhere like in the background in a vent, and then the vent just closes. And sometimes, like when people play that and stuff, they haven't, what do you call it? Like, they won't comment on it. So if I haven't watched it, I have no idea what's going on. I just hear a vent sound and then nothing. The problem is that this playlist is over 3,000 videos long. And when I was trying to math it out, on a schedule of watching 10 hours of it per week, I should finish it in about 4 years. On top of that, I have other video games that I am playing on my own time. And I have a fan fiction that I've been writing. Yes, I write fan fiction, don't judge. That I update bi-weekly. So there are a lot of, like, kind of silly, stupid projects, but they're still my projects. So it's a lot on my plate, but it's all, yeah, yeah. Tell me the fanfiction. Okay. So, do you know Critical Role? First off. Or just The Legend of Vox Machina. Because it's for that. Okay. It's on Archive of Our Own, and it's called It Will Always Be Us. And it oh my god, there is so much going on that I am totally not paying attention to. And I took about a 2-week or not a 2-week, a 2-month hiatus. I update it bi-weekly. But yeah, I need to pause this so that I can get back on top of things, because did I even put up a plaque for that second porcupine? No, I didn't. Okay, so we have to, oh no, we have one for you. But, I've been working on it for a while. It's really fun, especially because I'm getting help, from my readers. Because it is kind of like an endless cycle of alternate universes. And so I'm like, I need this to go on a while. I want this to go on a while because I have plans for things like later on and stuff. Yeah, I can totally put I can put a link in the description when I am done with this, because if I try and do stuff now, it might screw up the game. But yeah, I can totally, as soon as I'm done with as soon as the stream ends, I can put that link in the description for you. Well, if I don't do it right when it ends, I'm totally gonna forget. But it's a lot of fun to write, and I have been getting a lot of help. Cause, hold on, I have water, I think, behind my computer. Yes. Sorry, I know where your YouTube channel lives. Well, I would hope so, considering you found me. But, yeah, working on that, it's fun, although about 90% of the time I'm like, okay, I've got 2 weeks to write this. I end up writing all, like, whatever, 6,000 to 10,000 words over the entire weekend before it goes up, because it goes up every other Sunday. But, like, I've had suggestions for different AUs that I love. Do I play D&D with a group? I have a couple times. They've just been one-shots because my best friend is working. It is kind of they're kind of a new DM, and they're also like pretty busy. But the first time I played a Tabaxi named Mixie, I was a rogue. And the second time I played a drow, also a rogue, named Felix. And I don't know what it is with male elephants and just deciding to lay down. Every time this happens, I keep getting worried that they're sick, but no, they just like laying down. But I have a character in the works for a longer campaign. Like, I'm keeping it in my back pocket. It is a plasmoid named Ooze, who was created in a lab. And it escaped the lab. And it's funny because Ooze has, like, no concept of social skills. And it is also a druid. And the fun part about that is that anytime it takes a beast shape, it doesn't look like the actual animal. It looks like a plasmoid shaped as that animal. So it cannot use beast shape for some kind of, like, camouflage or, like, anything like that, like any kind of reconnaissance, because... Oh, it's just OOZE. It is essentially an ooze named Ooze, because it is not creative at all. It named itself. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on in my head, man. But also, Ooze's staff is just kind of a metal rod that's got a bunch of stuff that it's just picked up. Like, it's got a flower, a rock, crystals, a leaf, just sticking out on the end, and someone lost a balloon, just sticking out of the end of it. It just picks things up. I need to talk with my one friend, who their D&D character is a very, very, very stupid I say with affection, Kenku named Mork, who just, like, picks up shiny things. And, I need to talk with my friend and see if she will agree to have Mork just supply Ooze with more things for its staff. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but my neck cracked and that felt really good. And we are at a neutral again. Because the education is still really... Where is my educator, I wonder? Resting. Okay, fair. Animal talk. Okay, they did hold an animal talk. So that's good. Well, let's train you so that you work a little more efficiently. Yeah, full circle back at the educators. Yeah, well, because I looked down, I saw that, and it kind of brought me back to that conversation. I'm gonna put maybe I wonder if the drink shop thing gave us more types of drink vending machines or not. European food. Oh, that's a shop shell. It gave us more food vending machine options. But we have Gulpy Soda and we have Gulpy Slush. So let's... Okay, yeah, no, there's no room there for that. Then let's have the slush option right here, I guess. Let's see what the inspection was. Yep. Our education facilities are still really low. Report details. Yep. Okay, well, we only got one new animal. Unless... Okay, I don't have enough for another elephant. Let's see what's next on the Zoopedia. We can do the giant tortoise. Yeah. Let's get some tortoises. Because I don't like that in this whole 2 hours I've only gotten one new animal. So let's take a look at what they need. Okay, what are there? Okay, 1 male up to 3 females. They don't need a whole lot of space. You know, if you have a Discord. I do have a Discord. My friend actually loves the Borderlands games. I'm not really a first-person shooter kind of person. But like I have watched my friend play it, so I know the games. Because they do interest me, like the story and like the gameplay and stuff interest me. I'm just not good at first-person shooters. And if it's something that is a gameplay style that I'm not good at, that is, like, a lot of it is reflexes that I don't feel like I would get good at, I just don't... I have no interest in playing it myself. Which Borderlands does your friend play? All of them, basically, including Tales from the Borderlands. Their favorite is the second, but they have also played... we were in the middle of playing the pre-sequel, but then we got really busy. So we haven't return to that. God, what kind of barrier requirements? It needs to be at least grade 1. But yeah, one of my favorite game series, other than Dragon Age, is the Namco Tales series. It's a JRPG series. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Not JRPG, I mean specifically the Tales games. Tales of Symphonia being my favorite. I don't know if that's because I genuinely like the story more, or if I'm biased because of nostalgia. Because Tales of Symphonia was my first Tales game. So it holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, I will definitely, I'll look into that. Maybe not necessarily tonight, just because I am getting a little tired. But I will make a note of that, because, and that's not me just like catering to viewers or anything. Like I am genuinely interested. Yes, I have a lot on my plate, but I'm always interested in more, and that's kind of a problem that I have. But it keeps me busy, so. How big is this? Okay, that's more than big enough. But yeah, I just, there's so much that I want to do and so much that I enjoy doing, and there's just not nearly enough time in the day to do it, especially when I'm working a full-time job. I wouldn't quit my job for the world, but it's still but yeah, some of the Tales games have been made available for the Switch, but they're mostly like PlayStation. Like Tales of Symphonia got remastered for the Switch, so I have it for that, but like a lot of them are PS3, PS4. I've also been playing Pokemon Snap, like the new Pokemon Snap, on the Switch a lot recently. Because that's also another big nostalgia factor for me. Because when I was a little kid, my babysitter had an N64, and she let me borrow it for an entire summer. And I don't mean like she would bring it over when she came to babysit me. I mean she brought it over, left it at my house, and let me keep it for the summer. And it was really nice of her. And one of the games that she had was the original Pokemon Snap, and I played the shit out of that game. So I am so glad that that Addicts was taken. Yeah, she also had Pokemon Stadium, which was also fun. But I played the shit out of Pokemon Snap. And yeah, I think I might have been a little young for Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue. My first Pokemon game was either Fire Red or Leaf Green. I can't remember which, because I have both now. But it's funny, it's because of those games that I have very much a gotta catch 'em all attitude. Because I don't know if you've ever played those games, or even if this was the thing that they had in the original Red, Yellow, and Blue, but like periodically you'd run into like Professor Oak's aide, and if you had your Pokedex filled to a certain amount, you'd get like a reward kind of thing. Like that was how you got the experience share, I'm pretty sure. And so that got me in the habit of, like, must catch everything in this area before I can move on to the next area. But yeah, so because because my friends, like, aren't really of that same mindset, like, my one friend, to them, and I totally get it, because, like, everyone has different, styles of playing. They were like, they would catch what they want in their first run, like, just the things that they wanted on their team, and then after they beat the Elite Four, catching everything was, like, their post-game content. I didn't know that for a while, so I could not fathom how it was that they could get a Pokemon game and finish it in, like, 2 days. I could not understand this. And I don't know what kind of shelter to build the tortoises either, so we are just gonna give them that. I'm being lazy, and I know I'm being lazy, and I feel bad about being lazy, but... Well, I mean, you can't really collect the full Pokedex unless you have someone to trade with. And unfortunately, I couldn't do that in, Fire Red and Leaf Green, because I never had a Game Boy. I had a DS Lite. So I could play the games, but despite, you know, having, like, a port, like a thing for Game Boy games, it didn't have a port for a link cable, so I could never do any trading between my two games, despite at one point having two fully functional DSs. Because I thought I lost one, I think. And then I found it. Yeah, no, my first, like, gaming console was my Nintendo DS. Because for a long time, all I had was my PC. I mean, I had my PC a lot sooner than most people probably had their PC. I was, like, 2 when I was given my own computer. But most of what I did on my PC, honestly, was just write. Because I didn't have internet access for a long time either, because my parents were very protective of me and didn't want me as a child exposed to the dark ways of the world on the internet. Which I get. It just got frustrating. It was actually at the point where for a while, I did have some internet access, but, like, my time with it was limited. Preventing other animals from breeding. Ah. Oh, you know what? I have to check. These have... Okay, yeah, they have sexual sterility. That's fair. Let's see. We got... Okay, no more wild dogs to put in here. But, like, also the amount of time that I had on the internet was limited. I was only allowed, I think, an hour. It was either an hour or a half hour. And so what I did, because I read fan fiction even back then, and back then I was only using fanfiction.net. I didn't know about AO3. I actually... This was back in the days when you could actually still, like, copy and paste stuff off of fanfiction.net. I don't think they let you copy and paste now. But what I would do is, because I knew, if I knew that I wouldn't finish it before my allotted internet time was done, I would copy and paste it into Word, and then I would print it out. So that I would have a physical copy that I could read after I wasn't allowed on the internet anymore. So I would just have these like, and what was really funny is that I had colored printer paper. So I would have just this stack of like seafoam green paper that I would I don't still have them. I'm pretty sure I recycled them when, you know, I no longer needed to be able to, like, when I had unlimited access to the World Wide Web. Send you to the wild. This is the other way that you get conservation points, by the way, is releasing things out to the wild. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I recycled them. I remember what they were, actually, because I had this really weird, surreal experience, because I grew up on the show Digimon, so a lot of what I read was like Digimon fanfictions and stuff. And oh my god, why is there so much garbage? Jesus. But I grew up on Digimon, so I read a lot of Digimon fanfictions. I wrote some Digimon fanfictions back when I was still on fanfiction.net, and it got pretty popular, honestly. It was a series called Digimon Academy, and then I wrote a sequel to it, Digimon Academy 02, Return of the Demon Lords. And there were a couple other, like, Digimon fanfiction writers that I started talking to. And then one of them, I went back and I read some of her stuff, and I was like, holy shit. I printed this off. Yeah, Mimi and Sora were pretty good. I especially, I think Mimi's character arc was probably the best of the first season, because she grew so much as a person. I have a whole ass video on my channel that, because I like Pokemon, but when it comes to the shows, personally, the Pokemon show does not hold a candle to Digimon. It just doesn't. I will stand by that. I won't judge people who have, like, a different opinion with that, because that's fine. But my opinion is that the Digimon show is superior. Because I was actually just talking about this with my parents yesterday, that one of the things that I liked about Digimon is probably one of the things that qualifies that maybe it shouldn't have been a kid's show necessarily, was because of the fact of, like, characters actually died in that show. And I liked that. Oh, your temperature's bad. Let me fix that. Oh, Digimon Frontier. Yeah, that was my first two Digimon series, were Digimon Adventure and Digimon Frontier. And kind of as a fun aside, when I say that I grew up with Digimon, I mean it, to the point where my first memory of the show was not watching the show. It was seeing a folder with Sora and Biyomon on it and begging my dad to buy it for me. I don't remember when I first started watching this show. But, like, we would record it on our DVR and my dad would put it on videotapes. So I had, like, the whole series of the first 4 seasons on videotapes. I now have them on DVD, so I can watch them whenever the hell I want. But yeah, that series was a big part of my childhood. And one of the things that also made it so great is that you could, because all of the series were so different, you could write your own series, which is what I did. I wrote Digimon Academy and Digimon Academy 02 Return of the Demon Lords, which 02 actually takes place 10 years after the first season. And I was going to put more bins over here. But that got pretty popular. And it was kind of funny, because I was remembering that, like, someone, they abandoned it because they felt like they weren't doing the world that I created justice. But, I had someone actually start writing a fan fiction of Digimon Academy, which was so wild to me. And then in this Critical Role story, that I'm writing, It Will Always Be Us, someone took one of the AUs that I used for it, and, they made their own fanfic of, like, that as an expanded universe, and it made me think of, like, that Phineas and Ferb meme, I think it is, of the, like, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's still weird that it's happened twice. Which, you know, is a really, really big confidence boost, honestly. But yeah, I enjoy writing a lot. I mean, I've been writing for pretty much as long as I learned how to read. A lot of it was fan fiction. Also, a lot of it was lost to my old computer, and thank God it was, because it was terrible. I mean, I think I had the good excuse that I was 5, but still, I'm glad that stuff will never see the light of day. But, like, pretty much, for as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be a writer. I thought about trying to be a DM, but, I'm too much of a control freak. And I can't improvise very well. Like, I can't think fast enough to adapt. So, like, I don't want to be that asshole DM that kind of forces players into situations. But if I have, like, a plan set up and then people do something completely different, I won't have a plan for how to respond to that. So there's still so much litter. Jesus. But, like, I would have to, if I were to DM, I would probably be spending months preparing for every single eventuality, and then with my luck, like, my players would still surprise me, and I would be at a complete loss. So, I have thought about the possibility of DMing. I don't have the improvisational skills to make that happen and not be a tyrant. So it's better for everybody if I function as just a player. But I should train up some of my caretakers. I can't think on the fly is the problem. I can't. So I would get frustrated with myself at the fact that I would need to stop. I can do things on the fly as a player, but when it comes to trying to do it myself, I can't function like that. My brain just doesn't work that way. But I think it's better that I know and accept my limits rather than try it out, have it go horribly wrong, and then get into a fight with my friends. So. But yeah, you will probably notice that, like, my brain bounces around to, like, a million different topics. Like, because I was thinking back of the Critical Role story again. Like, the AUs are, like, so much fun, and I love the ones that people have given me. Like, someone gave me a Mafia AU idea and a way to implement it that makes me so excited. But also when it comes to, like, writing and stuff, like, I have an original piece, like an original novel idea, kind of in the works. It's just hard to find motivation for it because it feels like nobody reads anymore. And with it feeling like nobody reads, it feels like it would just essentially be a colossal waste of time to put so much work into it. I wouldn't feel like I would be having fun if that dumpster fire was my fault. Because I don't know. Because we'd be sitting here and they'd be like, okay, well, there's plans to go here. We want to go here instead. And I'd be sitting here thinking, I don't have anything planned for this entire area. I don't know the people. I need to come up with a bunch of NPCs completely on the fly. And I put too much, I put too much thought into things, and I think things through too much. So if I don't have a plan, I don't handle that not having a plan very well. So. Oh, we didn't do any research with tortoises yet. But, let's see. Okay. Well, it's been a lot of fun talking with you, and I think because you mentioned Discord, I might. No, I mean, I watch some, like, Critical Role, like, animations and animatics that people make, but beyond that, not really. I might, because you mentioned the thing about, Discord, because I would, like, love to keep talking with you, but I am... It's like, I wouldn't mind you having my Discord. It's just the idea of it being out there for, like, the public to see it instead makes me a little bit more uncomfortable. That, like, anyone can come talk to me. Because I don't have a Discord server. I don't plan on running a Discord server. I think that's the thing is, like, okay, yeah, that would make me a lot more comfortable, you sending yours. Because I've thought about a Discord server before, but the thing is it's a combination of, like, it feels like too much responsibility, and even if I had, like, mods and stuff, I don't know how to explain it other than the idea of having my own Discord server and having people on it is, like, it's a very personal thing, so it would be like inviting people that I don't know to my house. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So I will, because I'm probably gonna shut this stream down soon because I'm getting tired, my throat is getting scratchy, I'm out of water, and I haven't had dinner yet. So, yeah, I am going to save this again. And I think I'll just leave it on this screen, so I can do my outro, because I need to eat, I need to rest. Oh, and on top of those other projects that I mentioned, on top of that, I have a goal to read 100 books this year. I'm on number 92. So, a lot to do, not a whole lot of time to do it, but that is where we will end the A to Z challenge here. I know we didn't really get a whole lot done. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of stuff that I had to manage. But we did get 2 new species in, which is kind of the important thing. So, if you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe tap that notification bell to get notified every time I go live or upload. Thanks so much for being here with me, guys. See you on the flip side. Elisa out.